Hey, it's Walter Van Dusen at Cine Expo LA at the Warner Brothers studio. This is the second day and I'm able to do a quick video to show the setup I have. The off-camera, behind the scenes or a different angle is a YCN Pinita Pro. Attached to that is a Sony a7R5 with Anton Bauer Titan base. We have a Sony 24mm lens, 1.4G, along with a Atomos Ninja Ultra. Everything is time code using the Atomos system. I learned that at the NAB show. So this is the off-camera, off the rig, behind the scenes, or different angle A7R5. I am not recording to the camera. I'm only recording to the media because I have a one button record system where I push the Sony FX6. By hitting the Sony FX6, that triggers this Shogun Ultra, which now triggers the Sound Devices Mix Pre 3, which I am also recording to the SD and little thumb drive. Everything's time code, including the Sound Devices from the technical time code, which is outputting time codes that has to be continuous. But the FX6, I don't know how to do the FX6 shit for the time code. I'll have to find it out next show. But I do have a technical sync on red, which means it can receive time code, which is generating time code to the Sony FX6. So the only thing that I'm not using time code with Atomos is the FX6, but I do have the time code generator that was synced to the time code that's on the side of the Shogun Ultra. Love the EL Zone system. So this is the EL Zone system, which I have for two Shogun Ultras, along with the FX6, which I have a teleprompter from prompter people. So I have to figure something out where I can slightly tilt it up, but having the prompter allows people to be able to see themselves instead of looking above the lens, which I think is really cool. I do have the Sony FX6 flipped around, so when I'm in front of the camera, I can see it eye tracking me. So the Sony FX6 is great at eye tracking. If you can, as you can see, I have to figure out a way, which I'll show Kyle for prompter people, that I need to be able to tilt the system up a little bit, because in the LCD on the FX6, I can see the proper exposure, but I cannot see my head from this angle, which I'll show Kyle. Each of my lenses, besides the FX6, has Nisi True Color ND filter, so I'm able to adjust the exposure outside. I learned that from Cine Expo LA at Paramount, that I definitely need the Nisi. So this is this. So this is the Sony FX6 with the brand new small rig batteries, which are really cool. This is the teleprompter new 1800K screen, which this is before release. Off to the side, I have the Atomos Shogun Ultra recording to the internal SSD right there. I have all the batteries are by Anton Bauer. This is the 240 on the back. The camera is mounted on an innovative system that allows me, if I need to be able to do quick adjustments of height by just loosening these two up and lift up the pole, which I think is kick butt. My favorite company is Cambo. I use the Red Wings, but they have this really, really nice gearhead that I use all the time. So double audio. We are also doing audio to the Sony UWP, outputting both channels to outputting both audios to the MixPre 3, which I can see the audios on the iPad Pro. I'm Walter. This is the first interview, Cine Expo on first interview. I have it attached to all my cameras, with the exception of the main camera, are using the Manfrotto quick releases. So if you have the same system, you can quickly not have to think about it. So the camera that's over there is the A7R5, which I take off that and mount right here. This is the Sony FX30 with a Sony 18-105, a Ninja Ultra on top, and a V-mount plate by SmallRig. This is the Anton Titan Micro that is providing power to the Ninja and also supplemental power through the USB to the side of the camera for all-day power. And this is the new DJI Pocket, DJI Mic 2 with the new Sony Direct, so I'm using that too. So today's audio, this audio is I have Sony UWP, DJI going to that camera. This camera is receiving Rode Wireless Pro from this mic. I'm doing a double recording. I'm also recording via the Tentacles Track E. And this is the Animal staff member, happy as could be because he found a parking space. And at the Animals booth at the Cine Expo, I interviewed the founder that returned. I was asking about time code, so he put me on to somebody that taught me time code. So this is my first show using the Animals time code system. The stand is the Matthews stand, Hollywood stand black with the big F in wheels. I have the 3 Manfrotto weights holding the weight, and then I got double batteries on each leg, so the weight is very, very bottom. Holding the 2 side cameras is the Noga 32-inch arms that can hold 22 pounds. No issues there. Mounted onto a Catalini clamp. And then the light for the show is a Aperture 600C being powered by Anton Bauer 240s. Yeah, 14 volts, so you don't get full power, but if I get to do this again, I'll try to get the gold mount 600C or whatever the replacement is so I can get full power. At the show is RoboCup. I love RoboCup. They have new items that you can actually use your smart water. So I have the regular RoboCup, and then the new RoboCups they go on the side attached by Velcro, which makes me have plenty of water. And this nice person at NAB gave me this puck, so I was able to figure out how to use it. The iPad Pro, like I mentioned, is using Wingman, so I can monitor the audio live. And this should be about it. This is how I go to a trade show. Outside trade shows are much more difficult to roll this around. Slow and steady. I'm not going for quantity, I'm going for quality. So this is the 2024 Cine Expo LA at Warner Brothers rolling interview stand version 5.5. And the 5.5 is 0.5 is the teleprompter, which I love. I just have to figure out how to raise it so I can see top of my head.